we have a couple venues. So I'm from New Jersey, and our wedding market's ridiculous around here because we have New York City, we have Philadelphia, we have a couple other, major, Atlantic City, but then we also have Baltimore, Washington, D.C. Everything's really close to, New Jersey, right? It's all right around here. So I think as a result, a lot of people get married in Jersey because it's like a central location, and we just have the most ridiculous wedding venues, like obnoxious. Some of our wedding venues are just bananas, and I feel like they're a lot different than they are around the country and even the world, we got some unique spots. So I thought it would be fun to give you guys a glimpse of one of my favorite venues in Jersey. I was just there this past weekend. This place is obnoxious, and I took some video to give you guys a little tour of this place. All right, let me know if you give a shit. I don't know. I thought it might be cool because this place is crazy. This place is literally bananas. So this is called the Shadowbrook at Shrewsbury. Okay, brand new. It's like 2 years old. You walk in, super high ceilings. It's like it's way bigger than it looks on camera. That's what she said. All marble floors, right? Uplighting built in. You walk down the long hallway, and you go down here to the grand ballroom. Right in the center of the marble floors, you got like all the cards or whatever to get to your seats. Look up, look at that. $2 million hand-blown glass chandelier. Unreal. That thing is huge, by the way. $2 million for that chandelier, I asked. You walk into the grand ballroom. You open the door. Absolutely obnoxious. Huge chandeliers, huge stage. I love how the stage is set up. We're going to talk about that in a second. You got the sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit right in the middle. Now, I know you're wondering, right? You might be wondering, what's the load-in look like? Check this out. They thought of everything, right? So there's my trailer. You load in through this door. It's kind of long, but it's all ramps, and it's all a back way, which is really, really sick. So you kind of you go through this back way. You're going to hang a left right through this door. You go down this long hallway, but it's like the perfect size, right? Everything fits right through there. You go all the way down this long hallway. And what's cool about this load-in is I don't have to see anybody. I'm a big fan of not loading in through the front door, not loading in where I'm going to run into guests. I want to have my own private load-in where I don't have to run into any guests. I hate running into guests. It just, I don't know, I feel weird, because they see me in my regular clothes and all that. But yeah, so you hang a right, you go up this ramp, and then right through this door, it brings you right onto the stage. So you go through this door, and then there's your stage. You see my facade, my furniture, and all that. So it's like a direct load-in, which is so fucking cool. And then setup in general, right? So I got my furniture set up right at the end. I have a monitor because the speakers, because it's on a stage, I don't want the bass to get trapped in the stage. If you're ever on a stage, you want to put the speakers on the floor because otherwise the bass is going to bounce off and get trapped in the stage and not travel out there. So I put my speakers on the floor. You can see I have my RCF set up right there on the floor. And then it's pretty cool. There's an exit stage left, right? This is about 230 people at this wedding, I think. 230, 250, something like that. But you have exit stage left, exit stage right, couple steps, nice and easy so you can hop down. And then you can see the front. The front is so sick. So it's this dim light. And then when the lights are really set, you look like a silhouette, which I love. I don't want a light on me. I just want to be a silhouette. I want to look like the banker from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know what I'm talking about? The banker where it's like a silhouette and you can't see. That's what I want to look like when I'm DJing. I'm not into the center of attention type of thing, believe it or not. I'm more I just want to just be that silhouette dropping bangers. And that's literally what you are at this venue. It's so, so cool. And they thought of everything at this venue too. They feed you first, right? And you actually get fed. You actually get fed in the load-in space. So over here, if I bring it over here, this is where you get fed too. So it's not the nicest place to get, but you have your own spot, right? They bring water, drinks, anything you need, which is pretty cool. So you get fed back there. The bathrooms, you have private bathrooms to get changed in. It's through the back, through the kitchen. This place is so huge, right? You go down these steps and you go into their basement where all their storages and stuff. And you have to follow these signs to get to the bathroom. But there's bathrooms that are nice, locker rooms, everything, all private. So you don't have to it's where the staff goes too. But you don't have to worry about running into guests. I hate running into guests, and some places don't have private bathrooms. You have to use the regular bathrooms. You go get changed in a regular bathroom. So I'm literally buttoning up my shirt and then guests are coming in, watching me get changed. It's weird, this is all private. You don't have to run into a single guest. You go up these stairs. You got some bathrooms to the right here, right? Ladies, gentlemen bathrooms. And then you got a full locker room with a bench where you can kind of get changed, which is like perfect, right? Even drinks, coffee, anything you want. They have a whole coffee station. This is all in the back just for staff. This isn't for like guests again, you know? So like I made myself a double espresso before intros. So I sounded like I just did a line of blow before I started. Like, can I tell what's going on? You know what I mean? And we got to talk production, okay? The lights are obnoxious. So basically the ceiling, right? You have these 2 huge chandeliers. You got 8 spots in the middle, another 4 on either side, right? So another 8, so 16 spots total in the middle. Then you have another 3 on each side for a total. Holy shit, math! I'm mathing. Hold on, give me a second while I math. 22. I think 22 spots, if I'm not mistaken. And it's sick. It's all professionally controlled. You have your own, like, there's a dude that just controls the lights and all the effects and stuff, because the effects are built in too. If you look close, not only do you have all the lights, look at this. Look, you see that? You see those little nipples I just circled right there? That is built-in snow. That is 2 built-in snow machines that literally fall directly in the center of the dance floor. Ever so lightly. Perfect. Which is the most perfect way to do snow. That's the way we can't do snow. We always set up our snow on the side and have to use a fan to blow it over, and we end up having a whole, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough. The best way to do snow is if it's just directly over top of them, and it only snows, like, it literally only snows in the center of their dance floor. So, like, if you could see the, I got to go back to the dance floor here. Like, if we go to the actual dance floor, like, see how it has, like, the big circle in the center? Like, it snows right in the center, which is, like, literally perfect, like, right in the center. It is so sick. They have built-in clouds, a built-in cloud machine to do the clouds. They have sparks there. Everything's taken care of. And I know what you're thinking, right? A lot of people, and I thought the same thing. So, like, we, you know, as wedding DJs, right? When I started out, there was no enhancements. You booked me to do your wedding. I came, I set up my speakers. That was it. I had like a basic light show I would bring, you know, like the lights you put on poles, and that's it. And you know, possibly cocktail hour, but usually not. And that was it. Then we started doing ceremonies. Then ceremonies came about. It's like, wow, people are getting married at the venue. Now we have to have a separate setup for that. So that was the first like kind of real upcharge. Then like uplights came out, like the wired uplights. You had to like link back in the day. You had to get like, you know, 20, 25 of these wired uplights. You had to link them, daisy chain them all around. Huge pain in the ass. Could only set them up where there was outlets, and then you had to tape all the wires, but that was an upcharge. Then like, you know, you started doing bigger light shows, things like that. And it evolved where like wedding DJs had all this extra stuff to sell. You know, photo booths came out eventually. I think like in late 2000s, early 2010s, photo booths started becoming like a big thing, and everybody got a photo booth. You know, and it was a way for wedding DJs to make more money because, you know, the standard price, especially, you know, even today, the standard price is what, like $1,000, $1,200, you know, but with all the extras, a lot of DJs can get upwards of $2,000, $3,000 even for a wedding because you're bringing all the extra stuff, you know, the snow effect, the cloud effect, everything. But then venues started putting in house lights. Venues started putting in, like this one has house snow, which is like, that's the only venue I know of with house snow, but still, you know what I mean? Like, there's venues with house photo booths, house cloud machines, house everything. And my first reaction to all that was like, damn, like they are taking money out of our pockets. You know, it's a shame that venues are doing this because now we can't upsell it. And then generally, you know, you could say that like we might do lights a lot better than venues, you know, most of the time. So it's like we're losing out on the sale, and then it's a worse product, and you know, it kind of sucks. But on the flip side, I kind of am a fan of it. Because I'm not into lights. Some of you guys are. For me personally, I know how to program them and I do a decent job, you know, and all the effects, whatever, but I'm not into all this. I don't want to deal with that. I would rather someone else do my lights, someone else deal with the fog, someone else do the snow, someone else worry about all those moving parts, so I could just focus on emceeing and DJing, and that's it. Because that's what I love to do. I love emceeing. I love DJing, especially DJing. So I'd rather just focus on that. You know, and not have to worry about any of that other stuff. Those are all things that can go wrong. You know, making sure the spots are in the perfect program and this, that's all, that takes away my time and energy that I should be focusing on the core of what I do, which is music. And to me, I would rather not worry about any of that stuff and focus all my time and energy on mixing, on emceeing, on doing the best possible job there, and then charge more just for me to DJ. You know, I'd rather just have a higher minimum. If you want me to come, this is how much I am, and make my money that way through talent rather than through the extras. And if you're starting out in this game or you've been in this game, regardless, if you do weddings, it's something you want to think of, right? There's two ways to go. You can make great money with the extras, with being great at the extras, being great at doing all those extra enhancements and bringing all that stuff and creating all these cool whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you can make a lot of money doing that. But you can also make a lot of money by just being really, 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 really good at what you do. And that you're this is your minimum, this is how much you charge, and like, just with talent. You know what I mean? There's two ways. And some people say, well, you could do both. But like, I think like, if you're not worried about the extras, you're truly at your best. You have all your time and energy to be the best DJ you can be. And I kind of took the latter route. I still do all the extras. I have to do them. It's a part of it. But like, I would work at Shadowbrook every damn day if I could, you know? And I think in the future, more and more venues are adding this stuff too. So it's something to think about, you know? Like, definitely think about, have a backup plan in case, like, you know, 60% of the venues you DJ at all have built-in lights now, so you can't sell your own lights. You know, like things like that. Especially, have a backup plan. Don't rely on the enhancements forever, because it's that easy. And not for nothing, especially with uplighting and stuff, when it's built in, it's almost always going to look better. They might not control it the way you do, but it's usually going to look better when it's built in, because you're bringing it there. And if it's built in, they can put it anywhere. You know what I mean? They can have downloading, uplighting. They can have it in cool spots, built in the floor where the guests aren't kicking the lights, that sort of thing. You know, it just makes more sense. And then the venues are upcharging for it. You know, I see it happen. Like, I see it just getting worse. I see more and more venues adding it. And there's a lot of venues with house sound systems now in Jersey. I don't know about where you're at, but like, there's a ton of venues that have house sound systems. And some of them bump like crazy. So you don't have to bring your own speakers, which is also great. It's just less work. Like, I'd rather just, the loading in sucks. All that other stuff sucks. I'd rather just show up and DJ. I just want to DJ. I love DJing. I love MCing. That's my favorite thing in the whole world. You know what I mean? It's all less to worry about. So I'm hoping, and I really think, and I'm just hoping, it's going that way. It's going that way more and more. It just makes more sense financially for these venues. So just have a backup plan. Don't rely on your enhancements altogether. But if you do enhancements, you know, make sure you do them right and sell accordingly. I don't know. That's my rant on that.